Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger'S Kitchen. My name is Sahil and today's recipe is extremely controversial. I'm going to be making a delicious keto chicken stew. This is a Kerala style stew which is made with coconut cream and curry leaves and it's going to be delicious. But that's not the controversial part. The controversial part is that I'm using carrots in this recipe. Yep, it's the return of the controversial carrot. Well, no, it's his first appearance, but what is the big deal with carrots? Well, keto purists will argue that carrots are not a keto-friendly vegetable. But, au contraire, a carrot has 7 grams of net carbs, which is the same as an onion. And frankly, you can eat both of them in moderation on keto. So if you're counting your macros, if you're weighing your food out, you can definitely incorporate carrots into your keto diet. Now, if I'm being honest, I never eat carrots on keto. The real reason I'm using them today in the stew is because my entire family is going to be eating the stew. In fact, I'm even going to chop up a boiled potato later and throw it into the stew. But anyway, that's enough jibber jabber from me. Let's get cooking. For this recipe, I'm getting my Dutch oven on the stove and heating up some olive oil for cooking. Of course, if you have coconut oil, that is the preferred cooking oil for this dish. Now I'm going to add some whole spices to the oil. I'm adding some whole black peppercorns, green cardamom, and some cloves. Now just fry them as the oil gets hot. Once they start sizzling, it's time to add in 100 grams of sliced red onions. Now normally in a stew like this, the onions would be cut into quarters and cooked in the stew and not sauteed like this. But I just wanted to go in a different direction. Next I'm going to add in 2 whole green chilies and some chopped ginger. And now I'm just going to saute everything. Now if you're a spice wuss like me, do not worry about the green chilies. They only add flavor to the stew. They don't make it spicy at all. And I'm not looking to brown the onions now. I'm just looking to get them to soften up a bit. This is quite a mild stew and we're not looking to add a caramelized onion flavor. The next thing I'm going to do is add in some curry leaves and saute those as well. Now if you can't find curry leaves where you live, just skip them, but it is one of the main flavors in this stew. However, you can use frozen curry leaves if you can't get fresh ones. Or if you're feeling very adventurous, you can try and grow them in your house. Now it's time to add in the chicken and I'm using full chicken legs. That's the drumstick and the thigh. You can of course cut it up into smaller pieces or use a full chicken cut up into curry pieces. Now you want to season your chicken very generously with some salt and of course give it all a good mix. Or maybe just turn it around depending on how much space you have in the pan. I always recommend chicken on the bone for this stew because that's where most of the flavor comes from. Once again, we're not looking to brown the chicken, we just want to kind of start the cooking process and turn that pink flesh into white, which sounds like a really good lyric for a death metal song. Turn the pink flesh into white. Anyway, these are some pretty massive chicken legs I've got, but once I've got the sauteing done, I'm going to add in about 300 ml of water and then just bring that up to the boil, and once it's boiling, I'm just going to cover it with the lid and cook it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, those legs are looking good and I'm just going to move them around in the pan and make sure everything is coming along nicely. Then I'm going to add my controversial carrots. And I'm also going to add in some green beans, followed by a can of coconut cream. This is what is going to add body to the stew and flavor everything as well. And yes, you can use coconut milk. Coconut cream just has a lot more fat, is a lot richer and is a lot thicker as well. Anyway, give it all a good mix and make sure that everything is mixed in well. Then you just want to turn up the heat and bring the stew up to a boil. Once it comes to a rolling boil, you just want to turn the heat down to medium, cover it with the lid and cook it for about 10 minutes more. After 10 minutes, hopefully your chicken is fully cooked, the vegetables are tender and everything is perfect. Now if you want to thicken up the stew a little bit more, you can continue cooking it with the lid off for about 5 to 8 minutes. Or you can use some xanthan gum. But honestly, I really dislike the texture of xanthan gum, so I just prefer to reduce mine on the stove. Anyway, once the stew has reduced to your liking, make sure you taste it for seasoning, add any salt if you need, and just remember, this is not a thick, rich, hearty stew. This is a thinner, more soup-like stew. So don't go and reduce it like to a crazy amount. But anyway, my stew is done, and now I'm just going to finish it off with some fresh coriander. You can chop it or you can just roughly tear it with your hands like I'm doing. And then, ladies and gentlemen, your stew is pretty much ready. So just serve yourself some of that stew. And it's best eaten with cauliflower rice or a keto dosa. To get those recipes, click on the I button on the top right hand corner of the screen. And of course, just look at how tender and juicy that chicken is. Oh yeah! Anyway, enough jibber jabber, time to taste. Horns up, folks! Welcome to a very special tasting here on Headbanger's Kitchen because
it's his birthday!
It's his birthday! Well, by the time you are watching this video, my birthday is long gone. But here's the entire family and they're all here to taste the chicken stew that I've made. So guys, dig in.
Ah.
And I've got a second camera to capture their reactions.
Oh.
Let's get these first.
You have such delicious food in front of you, then you got to wait for the camera to roll. It's painful. I got to go for it now.
I don't think you can edit this.
What do you say, Mom?
Delicious.
What are you saying, Dad?
I'm speechless. What can I say?
Sure.
Wow. I can't say anything more than that.
It's really good. I can't fault it. It's really, really good.
And I haven't been paid to say these things.
Okay, that's good. And I'm going to taste it now.
None of us are being paid.
Yeah, nobody's being paid, sure.
I'm just looking at
Just, yeah.
This is a pro bono shoot. The family gets roped in for it. This is what you call a support group.
Yep, it is yummy. The chicken is tender. The beans, I'm sure you don't like the beans because they're soft.
I don't mind them at all in the stew.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a fan of crunchy beans otherwise, but totally works.
So what is it? It's supposed to be keto chicken or just a regular stew?
Yeah, it's a regular stew that's keto, but for y'all I put carrots in it and a little potato which was off camera.
Oh, so it's not keto.
Well, it is keto. It's
Great,
complicated.
Then I got some great milk bread that Dipti has made underneath and layered it with the juice of the stew. Awesome.
I mean, you can tell people that anyway. It's not like they don't know that you don't do it.
Yeah, we're not on keto.
Yeah.
Stole the show.
That bread.
So I don't know which camera to look at myself, but you guys can look at each other anyway. So yeah, the stew has been enjoyed by everyone here, and I hope you guys are going to make the stew and try it at home and let me know what you think of it. So from all of us here at the Makhija residence,
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Give it
Happy
a thumbs up, man. A thumbs up. And if this was a film rating, I'd give it a 5-star.
Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber from everyone. Cheers and keep cooking.
Cheers. There's beer too. Real stuff, not keto.
And cut.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and like the video.
And don't forget to subscribe to Headbanger's Kitchen.
And click on the bell icon if you want notification. I'm already a subscriber, buddy.
So beautifully choreographed.
Yes. So anyway, take care.